abusuya ya mama kwa abaso nkoso eba POG Media so meso safe na abaso a obe like na wa subscribe na afi so atima share dwumadi no ama afoforo nso ensa atumi aka ensam ekoso my Ghana mu a yenso yaje peni ese brano no yebema ya bedwafo ehu de eko ene de eba na de ensam ena ekoso highway ni so eye endrada ena eye NDC amayuku no elanche omo manifesto ewo UPS a eye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ede ne policies egu akwemu anase odi tuda a ensem ba ko kan de say eye senyame boa no na oba aban mu biema university eye SHS nkwala eye a omo churo wasi so mucha no bi obe na adwe so obetua like ni school so a obeko university no first year level 100 no ono John Dramani Mahama na aban omo be fada aka na achese omo awofo nso eho be hwenhan omo na John Dramani Mahama de dance mo etuja na MPP gurus bi esom say hey kwatre kache oso be mount ma ayati ni di na John Dramani Mahama enyesa akonya hu be di bida wa be di bida na afi ya de ntina ase wo ye ho te se obi ase wo ba fufuru we na eyeye brow Kevin Taylor ete dance mwe na ehiti na o kire se John Dramani Mahama asemo ye okan ya asema wakan way back 2020 a o mo kire se den tane na Addo danko Akuffo ene ti akonya so a John Mahama mo kire se anka because of COVID-19 ahofo bi mu eho a kire mo nti se nkebe ya anka level 100 enkwala na mu wura university mu anka omo fa omo kan 50% a opon kojo nkroma ejina parliament ojina MPPD mu board a eyini gu ya jese abusunya ensem aka Kevin Taylor ade tuda na sewani ensese e kachew a jese watutu biama kojo opon nkroma a o kire ne se da John Dramani Mahama abejina platform so aka da asemwe ya enye asema eye foforo eye asema a waka na dada ada papa na koma so se obeye aboa awofo any students ama Ghana mpuntu afa ne ntuma pefra nti abedwafo menche won mepese ebeko ne akwakoti ensema eye Kelvin Taylor ade babetu da na ansa na ebeko meso so won sem kaye bia ode be share your comment section obe like no subscribe na afin so etima share dwumadi no ama afoforo so ensa atumi aka medase.
What is the difference between MPP communicating? But these same fools will come and pick mic and say, yeah, nyame adwuma no mo ja to and almost complaining bitterly. Say political party and show mo intuition mo money champon. What activator for the team said the dede jenchine or Somalia. And Jimmy for so the UB afa the team na she omo tete. For them to even touch their skin, the Crampo shows said their level of intelligence form at say KVIP as and these are not people who decided or bra so be cool with him. Because their whole thing is that baby you free no that is the mentality. And yeah, about to say obetnasia junior no baby ye free no when ye nim enya kura and this pay day including kwasiafo say chia ene na ma wodwuma gu e wo so ame ene na ma wodwuma gu e wo kejetia ene na ma wo ho kire wo ene na ma dollar ne kodu 16 eno ene ma nyoma nkoye ma wo because san kwasiafo you cannot think, sit, analyze and think about omo before they think about you. Into san kwasiafo ya parading on the streets of Ghana omo gospel musicians and omo than MPP communicators busa ho sa de ntira nyame honhon kronkron no ekohe. These people have never been gospel musicians. These people have never served God. These people have always used you people. Mamu man kwasiafo we omuntumi njiro omudin and dadaw
and then we will root be baby a sha say free your party no anana me gina efidie so aka kire say yempo New Patriotic Party, Akamfo Party. I'm telling you, me nye swaka chiro say yempo New Patriotic Party, Akamfo Party. I'm telling you, me nye ethnicity. Your party no, anana me jina efidie swaka chiro say Yempo New Patriotic Party Akamfo Party. I'm telling you, me ethnicity wa. Me catch your plane say New Patriotic Party. Akamfo. What do you see? Akamfo Party. Nana asem we dey American okura Denti American is an say. But two banana tea, you would denti American. Okay, you would denti American. Say you two aba. Someone for so. Meba. Hey, meba. Yen kase ye twen wale. Ye can say ye twen ye bantama. Ye twen we. Dem person me tell say notness no. Omoboa. Now so anyam no ma ye wi ne kure mu de e ba ko anyam no ma ye wi elections. MPP winning elections for Ghana.
Two general election. They say no more Valman boy, or more nothing side, or more voter, or more a year East in the Keka, or Munyama Banato. Nana, and that's a phone quanto. Maybe I just say fact is a fact. You talk me. Okay. Zongo no. Bawumia and call for a year 3 days. A Juma or part. Then can say, or you're not an internet combe follow. But your call no, Uncle Siaga. If you want to vote, I want nothing side. Me can't see any vote. Now, I didn't say origin of the party name free slim. If you are sentiment, and I'm passing a chance here. If you are coming, me can't see a tata and me can't see a tata. And Ninti, Nana, vice president position. You said you do 2 minutes. You said, Mukako, you can you for the Amunity Chemwaba. You're French Mumbai. You said, because then you know, we are before Nana, Debiano, you cry, you can't. You can't tribes na and my kind who boom. The origin of the party is coming from a camel. And you no doubt. What's we make up a debut? No, come on. What say? Yes. You say you all see P. Exactly. Say NPP for a Santi4 party. Me say party no efla anti main. Origin of the party is from Yanana is a fact. It's here for Mamma. A fact. Nana, baby, your bobo, your winning fano, Yansano. Go, you say winning. Anyway, I will root be. Okay. Baby, a shall see free. Your party no, and Nana me jina, if you dear so catch or say, Yempo, New Patriotic Party, Akamfo Party. I'm telling you, me ethnicity wa. Me catch your plane, say New Patriotic Party. Akamfo. What do you see? Akamfo Party. Nana asem we dey American okura kiro. Denti American is an say you beto abanana.
Obentoaso. Now, obi say the name say electric fish, but it's normal. Mameka you been chiro. You do gigim. Now NDC for make statement been there. I say Kevin tell Abeka dey have a video no. Yes say dey say bebo. Montafo no net mo amaka dey tumu for awonte. Yetia ai mo dey mo monda adamo. Now, there's this story I have very important. I was saying and it's got to do with a year NDC for a day Asem Abetudra. And it's got to do with a year new student at Omobeko universities. Mamen ye. Mention ye namuhu the kind of party a MPP. And they read a new brain about say MPP omuya busio for or sanka MPP ni guno. To be very honest with you, almost cannot correct. And John Dramani Mahama and NDC Fuaka almost said from 2025, students will be right university the first year onto your fees. Now the issue is, Asama John Mahama Mwaking, asem fufrana asem dada. Because John Mahama mo asema mo kan no busrimuka anase asem bia omo pese omo candidate Ghana for anase ade bia sebio omo adwene ho ache aye omo adwene se ade a omo pese omo ye. Sometimes when you follow a political party na uti omo message, you need to always fact check the party. Also with a party no me consistent. Bronika say consistent as am for. Say party no sebio omo kasa omo ndane dane omo no. Sebio baby omo gina eho no mu gina. Sebio omo ka asem nda ochina sa asem no omo nka say enyo no kan ye. Consistency in their statement. And then the babo who's a party no a party omo kan no kre anase a party a omo dada nipa. So I compare MPP and NDC, you could see say very difficult for anybody in Ghana today to say NDC ka asem we omanye. NDC ka asem we omo twantro. But it is so easy for you to go and say NPP4 from 1992. Our man contested about 1996 from Akuffo time. Ever seen there, they have never been consistent. So, say this is what say, and the public universities in Ghana, send the Obanya a admission in any public university in Ghana. That first semester, so in the first year, on to your fees. Now, what is going to happen? And they say, about second year, na sebi waeden was started 8 year fees. Now, me won't media for ni be ababontine because asemna Ďěvǐlǐsh mwakano NDC akano. Asembia, they have meant it and they have always stood by it. Et say, omo ka efa nursing training allowance. There's a reason here NDC time na Mahama or power no or try to obey moving nurses from diploma to degree. Send a beya almost be degree holding student and I say almost only Legon for the tech for degree. Send a be almost to be access to loan because oko Legon, oko tech, oko public universities now they have access to loan. It's not Ďěvǐlǐsh any NDC for say samoso mo pese munya degree now samoso munya access to loan. Sa alawano I was a salawano aban to me na odi eden ebie edien enyuma obesi more hospitals amamo. Eno eye asema na eda ho a Ďěvǐlǐsh ne NDC chirechiri mu abedru ha na NPP for etwa Ghana for tro. Now and the abetu dwane say NDC for say Ďěvǐlǐsh win elections 2025 akorebia and the owo SS ose opese otwa so eko university no the first year no so oko tech so oko Legon so oko any public university in Ghana so the first year no ontia the school fees. Now the question is idea bosremuka idea and this
abusia entinsem no mu bi ene ekokotie no na Kevin Taylor de to aso ka say NPP communicator baako akotena TV stations bi so akaka say NPP amayuku no omo akanfo omo party na ntafo ne de aya na ne won wakran be say ntafo no epese omo gi party di gina ma age say ensama waka fa ntafo no abusuya mere kra ho Kevin Taylor say so we tani na utimi koto aba afu 2024 elections ema NPP amayuku na age say like onhu sunipa if say communicator itima kotena akaka say omo NPP amayuku ne ye akanfo party na ntafo de ye ne NDC na se chinchina achi obekwa akoto aba ama NPP amayuku no dia na se wara we se wara ntimenche on mepese ye beko ne akoti ensema Kevin Taylor ade to aso
NDC for akada ade a NDC for sebio oma kache Ghana for pen ema sebio yedi hu nkomo pen. Thank you, Mr. S. I want to put this on the screen. Thank you, Mr. S. Send a bear, you can follow the conversation. Yeah, the facts in the betro and won't be NDC for free bar. So this is what we are talking about. And I want this to be on the screen so that it could guide you. In the election 2024, NDC to scrap academic fees for first year university students, public university students. Now, so what Nasi Awebusa said, na NDC for Sasa Momoka say and the Akroma or senior high school. Akroma why you say obe senior high school be obe school next year university no. NDC for say Sakura on the first year there are buying the fees. NDC for say are buying ebe fasaka no. And they say 2025 unya admission to Legon to tech to any public university to be a enya wo maame no papa na wo so mo kofa sika betua wo first year. Sa first year no so tia say you are not entitled to their loans. Inti Ďěvǐlǐsh ne NDC for say asem we asema eda NDC for come so for a long time. Now oko NDC for omo manifesto 2020 a ma me fan to screen so na me biem. Oko omo manifesto ni mu a ma me fan to infimfin se ne be a obi abehu under tertiary education. This is 2020 manifesto where NDC 2020 manifesto. Oba point C almost say absorb 50% of fees of tertiary students for the 2020-2021 academic year as an incentive to mitigate the effect of COVID-19 on students and parents. In 2019, NDC for sure omo manifesto no omo catch Ghana for say esa catch NPP aban say Muni bibi. Ye renew, samu renew. Dia was say ye ne say. Enkwara na omoba be ko school 2021 no. Sa enkwara ne de. E was say aban efa omoka. Especially krana COVID aba. Emma NDC for at the side way show manifesto. It is like 2020 Ďěvǐlǐsh wini ya. That means 2021 and can kwara mba first year or public university nyina and ko bia no betua fees. Now there's a reason behind the NDC for eye. You do why ebechirem. And they are to say uko multimedia Evans men someone join news no because this idea and policy is so strong. Eddie a lot of difference beba enkwara omoko tertiary institution especially public university nti NPP multimedia for person mo tun futuro gu Ghana for we say oh Ďěvǐlǐsh and NDC so mo be free tertiary education and yes an tie what Ďěvǐlǐsh and the NDC so mo be so mo ye no it's something they suggested in 2019 and it is even bigger than what NPP multimedia cocaine media no are trying to put out there. Now, this is what the NDC for Eka. More SS muntie senior high school for muntie me. Mama ewo SS a mo bewie akọ school next year muntie. Mote Ghana no kre yada da mo ache NPP for enka no kre nkyere mo. Muntie muyimasum especially school for na mutie me no mo pese mo ko university next year na ma wofo ni bi no muntie saade amerikire we 2019 ton na NDC for dwene ho se omo pese Ghana for nkwara mo beko university public university no de omo pese omo ye mo enye nde o NDC dwene ho me be kire wade kodie ntia MPP no omo ye dangerous omo nka no kre ochina ko tese omo ti radio so kasa saade we de nden a mo anka se mema buso omo questions. Now, na yeti krom ha ena eye NPP NP your friend Mahama Yarga at the bill because Parliament. This was in 2021. Or the bill no call Parliament na ede no kaye na o say eye sa bill no NPP for M1 NDC for na enkwara omoba beko school university public university 2021 no aban emfa omo first year ho ka efisani efi COVID mu ba na sebio awofo no eho enhinha omo Mahama Yarga de call Parliament on NDC for say nka Ghana for nkwara nka omo be university 2021 NDC for dwene sa Ghana for nkwara ho the bill call Parliament. Mahama Yarga ene di sa bill nanim. Omo kodru Parliament no and the MPP for ye den ebotugu ye. Tie. MPP for say free SHS na Mahama start here na omo beto aso no. Omo do Ghana for nkwara no. And ye free COVID move back 2021. And the NDC for say MPP for and the COVID ba enti mo na mo ka se wiase ayedin. Ghana for sika adwuma say awofo ho kire omo. Enti mo ma yemboa Ghana awofo. Enkwara abobeko university no moma yenje sa nkwara ne fees no for first year no sene be ya omawofo so eho be hinha omo Mahama Yarga de ba Parliament NDC fo nyina support ye se ampa we de emfam so obiti asantememu obiti sirem obiti ahonamemu eye Ghana for awofo ene nkwara ene pese ebo omo NPP for more Parliament eka se omo mpene facts ni nie nti uko wedima you will see clearly Mahama you will see clearly. The story will be there. Mahama Yarga wants tertiary fees for 2021 academic year suspended. NDC MP they call Parliament. Emma, NDC for nyinaji tumu. NPP for no more majority. Omuka so mompene. NPP for no more Parliament 2021. Omu nyinaka so munye. This is the same NPP and omuka just oh. Yet the Ghana for nkwara antine so monko free SHS. Na o do Ghana for nkwara so monko free SHS. Na COVID-19 is see. Na abaya mo opposition say wo free SHS nkwara no omo beba university inti ahofo no wa kyerɛ mo moma ya absorb aban engi den sa eka no to no ho so 1 year na nkwara no ntumi ko omonim from the next second year no oma gilo na toa so NPP fo nyina Kennedy Japan o kojo pon kroma o se chemensa bonsu NPP fo nyina ka se dabi omo pene now here we saw a year NDC announces policy to absorb full fees of 2021 first year tertiary students. We are 2020. Inti saa asem we nyane NDC kan yo. NDC for kan saa asem we 2020 say. Sankomunya power 2020 a anka saa first year for moko public universities no anka den anka aban no ebe so masene. Sene be ya second year no ma gilo na toa so. Inti enye enda asem asem NDC akato na no poko agima mo de share manifesto adwene a omo ma Ghana nkwara. Inti Saud Stadia 2020 no the news was all over the place but then ehunene say time NDC for call parliament ayarega mo call parliament say yemma Ghana nkwara yemma Ghana awofo hu hin ha omo na yentam sika kakra fam wo omo no kojo pon kroma gina parliament ka Kojo upon Kroma hit at NDC over promise to pay fees of tertiary students. In the Kojo upon Kroma, the lead NPP for and making argument to parliament to say Adentina and Korano senior high school free SHS no COVID this year Omahufo Ejuma say Omahochiromono Kojo upon Kroma say Adentina I was a buying a saw mass Senate 2021 Kojo upon Kroma Parliament 1 penny. And if you want to know, this is what Kojo upon Kroma said in Parliament.
So, Mr. Speaker, in terms of being clear and specific, my humble opinion is that this motion doesn't meet the test. In terms of legality, even asking a president to suspend the implementation of LI, I think 2216, is a matter that, in my humble view, flies in the face of legality. In terms of not being discriminatory, this motion, as it stands currently, discriminates against students of private tertiary institutions. And in terms of best practice, Mr. Speaker, as I've mentioned earlier, things like fiscal impact analysis, etc., are not included as it stands. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, it is a good thing that we all acknowledge now, despite the earlier comments, that it was populist, it was a cheap approach. It's a good thing that we all acknowledge now that reliefs for Ghanaians should be done at a time like this. And I encourage my colleague to keep on this path. I'm happy we're on this path. But, Mr. Speaker, this motion as it stands, to the extent that it appears to say, because we have voted some monies for COVID-19, it should be able to cover all of these things. One, we know those monies were for specific purposes. And B, Mr. Speaker, because in my mind, these basic pillars that must be met as a test are not met, myself and I believe a good number of my colleagues will not be able to support this motion as it currently stands.
It is very important, Mr. S. Boost the sound and bring it back. Could you upon Krumajina the national or say Okasama MPP for you now parliament? Now, dear, all can you say, Omo MPP for no. Sa bill na NDC for the parliament 2021 say, Enquara Omoko University no, a buying so masini first year no, or say adikudienti omon penene say, Omo say illegal. And secondly, or say, adia etia edien ebekwetia private universities no tie the reason tia kojo pon komadi MPP fo anim e parliament o rejected sa bill we ya Mahama yaregamo e de ba parliament say yemfamwa Ghana awofo right after COVID na enkwara omo ba bewura edien eba bewura university public universities no yenso awofo na sen omo first year na omudu second year omagilo na toaso no kojo pon kruma original parliament kojo pon kruma owo SS senior high school for the constituency original parliament e ka kire Ghana for say ono ne ne MPP for the ompene ni nyina ne say bill na eye NDC for ade aba no eye illegal ma omo and secondly no sa bill no ebema ede private university for no ayeden and so ebekwetia omo. Now the question here is, time Nana Dankweku for the MPP for the free SHS buy no. Didn't it go against the private senior high schools? Because free SHS no the buy and some of them are public schools nkwa. Until why didn't they make the argument to say free SHS no the buy now public senior high schools nkwa nya sa the advantage you know. Didn't they know say free SHS no it went against the private senior high schools. Until then ende yede 1 year free tuition Emma students say omonko university 2nd year no motua no ade na kojo ponkroma 2021 General Parliament catch Ghana for say ebekwetia private universities because today dear Ďěvǐlǐsh suggested and also suggested 2019 no it was going to be for public universities. Private university open alcohol, but public university it belongs to the government, it belongs to Ghana for. Yesika yede ko tu eye Amenase Cathedral no sa sika no ye chemu nan still
abusuya enti we ne nsema eye Kelvin Ekwauteila edeba bedom ya o che se eye John Dramani Mahama ene na mayuku NDC ewa akomapa ene adwempa ema emmabunu awofo enkokrafo embrewafo awo oman Ghana mu isan se Ďěvǐlǐsh etima atenase ehun se awofo se omoba etwa ewo SHS na se omura university first year na aya ahofo ho kire omo papa etina ode da policy we aba se nyame boa no na se oba aban mu a awofo bia ne ba ebenya akwanya no awura university level 100 no ono John Dramani Mahama ono na mayuku ebe fada Akroma no hoka se so mo betua ni school fees no ama no send ebeya from level 200 going obetimi aye accessible to loan agese obetimi agi loan ede atoa na disua ne so agese busua we ne nsema Kelvin Ekwauteila ede babedom ye intimedamase semoje penie emi kokotie nsema Kelvin Taylor ede babetu udan medamase